Mate for no omu or mamu seat, like you don't know. You see that seat that Ghanaians have been giving to mate. It's for passengers. Ghana for no omu fa me patroni me that say unji agro. No, they say this their mouth no. They will tell you your life history, like from the day your mother conceived you to the day they give birth to you. They will tell you your life history. You don't know share. Ghana for penkosia. Hey, you don't know share. Una dey shop ego. Nigeria, the way police they control cars. Hey, it be like saying that their job be that.
Senders Joyful Space. Subscribe.
Hello, blessed. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra, and this is Sandy's Joyful Space. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome once again. On this space, I talk about my experience in Ghana, interracial love, faith, talks, and lifestyle. If that's what you are interested in, you know. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Yeah, that red button down there. Thank you very much. So, guys, today's video, we will be gisting, we will be talking. In fact, I am super hyper for this video. Yes. Super hyper. And then I'll be talking about things you should expect in Ghana and from Ghanaians part 2. Yes, this is the part 2 of the previous video I did. If you have not watched that video, I'll be linking it in the description box down below and also adding it in the card above. Yes, so that you can catch up, you can flow, because if you don't watch the part 1, the part 2, you might be confused. Yeah. So just go and watch the part 1 so that you can follow up. Yes. Anyway, I did not title it the same title so that I don't confuse, some people. They're like, is it the same? What is this? So not to confuse you all. Yeah. So without much talking, make us have a break. This video is already hot. Let's just dive in. The number one thing you should expect in Ghana, like when you're in Ghana, is just like that. Nobody send you to come and change it. We like it like that. In fact, we all like it like that. Is mate, conductor, bus conductor, they have their own seats, like special seats. Mate for no omu or mamu seats, like you don't know. They get special seats for themselves. You say, what are you talking about? I will break it down for you. Yes. When I came to Ghana, I've been entering buses, trotro and all that. And I'll be wondering, the mate will be sitting down on like a seat, correct seat. I'll look for a picture so that I will start it here so that you can see like where they are actually sitting. Just close to the door. That seat, they will just sit there. And I will be looking. I'm like, is it because the bus is not full? Or I'll be wondering, these people, it's as if they don't want to make money. They don't like money. The way I'm looking at it, but they don't even like money at all. How can you be sitting down like that? I don't understand though. Even when you go to the park where they are, loading the bus, they are shouting, Madina. And you enter the bus, you see that mate seat. You then won't go and sit there. Like when you know that the bus is full, it's left with the mate seat. That's it. You leave that mate seat for the mate. You leave that seat for the conductor. You don't go and sit there. Like you sit where? Where I'm coming from. We like the money. That mate seat. Please, we need the extra cash. Sika. That's Sika. We cannot joke with it. Please, where I'm coming from, where the mate go sit down, where the mate will sit, where go put the buttocks. That little area behind the driver's seat and the front seat, there's a little area just behind. Now, there the conductor go sit down. That is where they will sit. You see that seat that Ghanaians have been giving to mate. It's for passengers. Where I come from is for passengers. It is not for mate. Mate for where? Conductor for where? We want to sit down. Please, that extra 70 pesos or 1 cedi, he reach well. He reach do something. Now money. So when I came together, I'm just wondering, it's actually these people who pay a cow. They don't like money or what? Mate go come sit down comfortable like this. He relax. And passengers want to enter, but that is your seat. Yes, sometimes the mate seat is being occupied by a passenger. It happens. Not that it does not happen at all in Ghana. But please, the normal thing you will see well is that mate will sit down. Yes, he will sit down on his seat. Very comfortable. Once in a while, yes, they can give their seat to passengers. But where I'm coming from, every time, every day, every second, as far as instructor, as far as his boss, please, conductor, you don't get seats. Why do you want to sit down? No, where I'm coming from, there is no seat for conductor, there is no seat for mate, and that is it. So if you are coming to Ghana new, and your country, conductors don't have seat, please, when you come to Ghana, leave the seat for the mate. That seat not by the door. Leave it for the mate. It's not your seat. It's not your seat, sister. It's not your seat, brother. It's not your own. It's not your own. It's for the mate. It's for the conductor. Yes. Thank you very much. The second thing you should expect from Ghanaians and in Ghana, this one they are just like that. Like nothing will change them. You see these two words I'm about to say, mepacho and medase. Don't joke with it, oh. Don't go and joke with it with Ghanaians, oh. They don't joke with these two words, oh. You go and be joking. They don't joke with it at all. Don't try them. Don't even try them. Ghana for no omufa me pachoni medase unji agro. No, they don't joke with it. If you want to see the other side of a Ghanaian, like you are there, you are living peacefully, boko. When you say you want to see one side be like that be, okay, just walk up to a Ghanaian and just speak to them like without being polite. They will tell you your life history, like from the day your mother conceived you to the day they give birth to you. They will tell you your life history. You don't know shit. The day I experienced this thing, I'm like, please you, it passed like this. I wanted someone to pick something up for me, and I was like, hey sister, give me that thing there. You say what? This sister has spark, and you know the more annoying thing, she was older than me. Hey, you need to sit talk. Sandy, what did you say? How can you say that? You can't even put please. What is that? You just say give me that thing there. No please, nothing. Is that how you talk to your elder? Is that how you talk to someone older than you? What kind of talk is that? What kind of, hey, I'm just looking at her like this. Sister, hey, I know that it's good to be polite, so I'm not saying it's not good to be polite. Our parents actually taught us to be polite. But the way this sister taking from 0 to 100, you will think I've done something else. And maybe they now pick something for you and give it to you. Maybe say, maybe actually give me that thing, and they actually give it to you. Maybe there's circumstances where you need to say, you know, medase, like thank you, and you do not say it. And if that person is now older than you, finish well with that. The way they will talk to you, the way they will give it to you, no, you will think your life history. You ask yourself, hey God, what have I done? Because sometimes I've seen them give it to, you know, those are kola that don't have respect. The way these our papas and mamas, sisters and brothers will give it to you. They will send you back to your house. In fact, they will tell you your mother did not train you well. They will not train you well, because if they train you well, you will have respect. You will not to use please. You will not to use thank you. What kind of character is this? How can you do that? I will just be looking at them. I will say, on this one, on top of medase and mepacho. If you like, go to Ghana and go and talk rough. Don't use mepacho, don't use medase. They will give it to you. They will give it to you hot. Like, they will not fight you physical. Ghanaians don't have time for that. But you see this, their mouth, no. They used to tell you your life history. In fact, next time, you'll be the first to remember mepacho. Nobody will tell you. Nobody will remind you. In fact, you remind yourself. The third thing you should expect in Ghana and from Ghanaians. Ghana for penkosia. Hey, you don't know. Share the way they like egg. You cannot begin to imagine it. You cannot begin to imagine it. Where I come from, we they eat egg. Don't get me wrong. We like egg. We eat egg. The Ghanaians' own is on another level. Like another level. In fact, in Ghana, they are selling nkosiani meko, like on the street. Nkosia and pepper. Yes, they are hawking it. Cooked one, the cooked egg and pepper. They are selling it on the street. Yes, so the church I was attending in Ghana then, on Sunday like this, after church, there's a woman who is always staying by the gate. You know, she's selling this nkosiani meko. Hey, you need to see. After church like this, the people wait they buy this egg. Before you know it, egg has finished. Before you know it, they buy all. Like, they don't clear all. I will just be looking at this. una dey shop egg o. Ah, no be small. Una dey shop egg. In fact, I give it to you guys. The first time I actually noticed that it be like say Ghanaian people, they like egg well. As I said in my earlier videos, you all know it took me time to like washi. But when I start eating washi like regularly, I was buying it every time, almost every time. And anytime I go and buy washi and I stay in the queue, if there are 5 people in front of me, just know that 4 out of that 5 will buy nkosia. Yes, they will buy egg. Even the washi seller can testify that when nkosia has finished like this, something finished. She will know that something finished because the way they'll be asking for nkosia. Hey, sometimes no, they will run and go and quickly boil some eggs and just come back and come and throw into the stew. Sometimes they'll just put it at their side there, and when you want to buy, they'll just quickly break it and add in your food for you. They don't have time again to be adding it to the stew because people are always buying nkosia. Before you know it's finished. Ghana for, I give it to you. Nkosia, no, we dash you. The next thing you should expect in Ghana and from Ghanaians is, hey, you will look for traffic warders. You will not see them. Like, maybe they actually exist in Ghana, but I actually did not see. Let me think. 1 minute. I can't remember really seeing a traffic warder. If you don't know what a traffic warder is, okay. Where I'm coming from, we have this, unit called the traffic warders. What they do is they stay in, busy areas and they help to, control the cars so that there's no traffic, just to make things easy. They wear this yellow and black uniform. I'll look for their uniform and put it here so that you see how they dress. They are not police, please. Not any police, they are not police. It's just a different unit and their job is just to control, traffic and all that. And maybe when you go against, the rules while you are driving, maybe you pass the traffic light, you did this, you do that, and you are over speeding and all that. I think they also control all that. Yes. And these people, there are many where I'm coming from. After that 2012, they plenty. Every corner you will just see traffic warder. This road, that road, this road, this road, that road, that place, this way. Everywhere they day. In fact, they have a little post at the middle of the road, like a small post. They'll build it at the middle of the road so that when the sun is too much, they'll go and stay under. No, they'll be controlling. Go. Pause. Oh yeah, you come. No, you wait. Oh yeah, come. You wait. Now come. Those are that's how they are controlling the traffic. Maybe I did not see them in Ghana. I was looking for them. I said, some people don't get traffic warder or what? Please, guys, I want to know. Maybe I did not see. Do you guys have traffic warders in Ghana? Someone told me recently that they have, but it's not that common. I don't know, because when I was in Ghana, I did not see them like that. I can't even remember. Okay, what's their uniform? Because the only people I know I saw in Ghana was the police. Yes, I saw police sometimes in the night, like, controlling cars and all that. Not even often. In Nigeria, the way police, they control cars. It be like saying that their job be that. It be like saying that their job description be that. Like, no other job description they give them. That means that they control cars. In the night, the way that they control cars, not be small. Yes, the crime rate in Nigeria is high. That is why they have to do double work. But sometimes it's not necessary. Sometimes it's too much. When you will need them, actually, you will not see them. It is the time that you don't need them, they will come. I don't understand. So guys, comment down below. Are there traffic warders in Ghana? Maybe I didn't see them. And if they are, what's their uniform? I really want to know. I'm kind of curious. That's why I've added this point in this video. Because I also want to really know. And Ghanaians are very obedient to laws. Yes, there are some that still, fault the law and all that. Ghanaians actually obey traffic lights. They obey all those things. So maybe that's why there's no more traffic warders on the road. It can be a factor, I think, yeah. Because where I'm coming from, if you like, put traffic light. If you like, let the light be shining red. They will still pass. You don't know. They will still pass. They're just in a hurry to pass. Everybody's in a hurry. No patience. Nobody's ready to wait. Yes, there are some Nigerians who obey traffic light like very well. They obey the traffic light, but the ones who not obey, it be like say 9 plenty pass. Yes, it be like say 9 plenty pass. So maybe that's another reason why there's more traffic warders in Nigeria than in Ghana. I'm just thinking. I don't really know, guys. Comment down below and tell me like what it actually is. Is there traffic warders in Ghana? Is this a factor why there's, you know, more traffic warders in Nigeria than in Ghana? Just let the conversation continue in the comment section down below. And the last thing you expect in Ghana and from Ghanaians is taxi. Their taxi. I'm not talking about Uber and Bolt. Oh, no, not those ones that you call on the phone and they'll come and pick only you. No. I'm talking about those taxis, that they used to load. They used to carry passengers and they'll be dropping them on the way as they are going. That's the taxi I'm talking about. Yes. Let me not just to get my experience for the first time. What do I know? I was going to enter taxi. When I got there, the front seat was, free. So I sat in the front. Then the back seat, there were 2 people at the back. Before you know it, one person came and sat at the back. And the place now is a park where there are many taxis. So when your own is full, then you can go. Then the next taxi will start loading. So immediately the last person came and sat down. The driver was going. I was like, driver, you will not finish loading. It was like, mommy, I don't understand. Driver, he's still left with 2 people. Why are you going? And the driver was just looking at me. 2 people, like 2 people for the way. Like, I don't understand. Mommy, please, we're talking in the language I understand. What are you talking about? 2 people for where? I say, one person have to join me in the front and one person at the back. Or you don't want to finish loading your taxi before you go. I don't understand though. It's just 3 at the back, 1 on the front, and you are going. You will not finish loading. We are not full. I was just looking at me like this. Madam, mommy, is everything alright? Are you sure everything is okay? Me, I was just helping this driver. Maybe he has forgotten. And then he said, are you new in Ghana? I said, I'm new. Where did they come from? I said, Nigeria. So that's all they do for Nigeria. How many that they carry? I say, where I come from, 2 for front, 4 for back. Or you people know they do so. The driver say, that one is too much load though. I say, too much load like you don't want to make money, you don't want to make the sika. Hey, it is 2 in the front, 4 in the back. Yes, that is how it is back in 2012. I don't know now. They said that they brought a law in Nigeria that taxis should be 1 in front, 3 in back. And that's what I heard that recently they have changed it. Please, when I left my country, now 2 people they sit down in front and 4 for back. Even when I went back for holidays the following year, it is still 2 for front, 4 for back. That is how we sit in taxis. Yes. I was like, people they enjoy for this Ghana. So one person will just enjoy themselves for front. If you see me that day, sure, the way I sit very comfortable. Only me front seat. From that day, anytime I see taxi, now front seat I take. Because I just want to feel free. All those years of me suffering, 2 in front, 4 in back, pushing. Hey, I come Ghana now, I say I want to enjoy freedom. So when I want to take a taxi, I like front seat. But if I don't get front seat, no, and I'm in a hurry, I take back seat. But that front seat, no, if it's free, just know that Sunday they take them. Sunday they take them straight up. The guys, the way the thing sweet my body, I was happy. In fact, this one I love well. I love this one well. And I don't know about other places in Ghana, whether they are carrying 1 in front and 3 in back. I don't know. Where I know about is Accra, where I stayed, yes. And also where I lived in Nigeria, it's not a village. It was not a village, please. It's a city, it's a town. In fact, now city well, yes. And they were carrying 2 in front, 4 in back. So don't come and tell me, we are coming from a village. I did not come from village. I did not. Do I look like a village girl to you? Anyway, if you see I look like a village girl, and that one on your own. In where did they come from? Now 2 for front, 4 for back. But I heard they have changed it now. Glory be to God. Me too. I thank God for the change. So guys, if you have watched to this point, I said thank you. And this is the first time I'm coming across my channel, across my face. I said you are welcome, you're welcome. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I post any new video. And to my returning subscribers, we for what? We for dance. My blessed people, my blessed people, my blessed people, my blessed people, Thank you for always coming back to watch your girl. Thank you for your love and support. I do not take you for granted. See you all in my next video. Bye.